Do you scratch mosquito bites until they bleed and scar? I tried this patch and finally stopped clawing at my skin. Here are the top 5 things to know before you buy. And number 1, surprise me. Number 5 thing you should know before buying these. These patches say for kids on the box, and the box does not stay in the kids' room long. My wife grabbed one off the counter after a mosquito hit her arm on the patio, and she kept using them for the rest of the week. I read through the reviews before I trusted my own house with this and found the same story again and again. Parents raiding the kids' stash because the itch doesn't not care how old you are. One evening, I mowed the lawn at dusk and got bit twice on the ankle. I grabbed a kid's patch from the glove box, and it worked the same way on me. Number 4 is where I almost skipped these completely. And number 4 thing you should know before buying these patches, I almost passed on this box because I figured any patch does the same job. And then I saw the porch. It folds flat and slides into a diaper bag, a penny pack, or the console of my truck without taking up space. I packed a few for the lake trip last summer instead of a tube of cream I usually bring, and I did not miss the mess. My buddy asked what the patches were at the campsite, and he took 3 home with him. Number 3 is the one that surprised me most when I got into the water. And number 3 thing you should know before buying these patches, I did not expect these to survive the pool. I put one on before my kids jumped in the lake, ready to peel it off after a soggy sticker. 1 hour later, I stayed put through the 2 hours of swimming in the shower that night. My neighbor tried the same thing on her cruise and told me his stayed out for the 3 days of pool time and the salt water. Number 2 is something I noticed the first time I looked in the mirror. And number 2 thing you should know before buying these patches, you cannot tell these are on your skin for more than a few feet away. I expected a chunky round bandage, the kind that makes the kids look covered in stickers. Instead, they sit flat and clear, almost invisible once pressed on. My daughter wore 3 of them at a party and not one parent asked what was on her arm. I wore one out to work and nobody noticed until I pointed it out. A bandage that draws attention with kids and even adults get picked at, and picking is what keeps the bite inflamed. Number 1 is the one that actually got me, so do not skip it. Stay till the end because after that I got a bonus tip nobody warns you about. All right, number 1 thing you should know before buying these patches, this is not just a bandage sitting on top of the bite. The basic patented ingredients, the same kind of material, uses hospital to pull fluid out of the wounds. Here's a load with aloe and witch hazel. Pulls mosquitoes' saliva and then the fluid that causes swelling one bite instead of just covering it up. I noticed the difference the first time I used one bite that had already swelled up on my forearm. The swelling dropped within a couple hours instead of sticking around 2 days like I usually do. What got me is that it's not built for mosquitoes alone. These brandless spider bites, you have some spider bites, a lot of other bites as well, and this one handles too. I tested it on a spider bite from a hike and it calmed the itch just as fast. Most patches just block your fingers from reaching the bite. This one actually pulls the problem out while it sits there. Once I understood that, I stopped reaching for anything else in my bag. Now wait for the bonus that answers one question you're going to have the first time you peel one of these off. Number 1, sold you the way it sold me. Add this to your cart now, and you can thank me later. Bonus tip, peel one off the wrong pulls your skin. I learned that the hard way. You yank it straight and it's snug and it stings and it can leave the edge of a bite raw again. The trick is to work one corner loose and roll it off the sideways instead of trying to lift that straight up. I do this in the shower now where warm water softens, the adhesive comes off and clean in about 10 seconds once you stop fighting it. As always, remember 2 things here. Number 1, deals fade, so go add that to your cart now. Number 2, the product bro is always here for you.